5, 4, 3, 2.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Scholar Tashay, and I'm back with another episode of the Sky Diaries podcast, episode 15, y'all. Thank you for tuning in, and today's topic is romanticizing the hustle and finding beauty in the grind. This episode is mainly for the people who sometimes have a hard trouble focusing on the progress of things, the things that happen in between from when we accomplish our goals to when we achieve our goals is really the most important part of the journey and of whatever story you want to write or whatever goal you're going after. Everything that happens in between is the most important part. I want you to think about a time in your life where you were only focused on the end goal and you didn't really pay too much attention to the progress of things and the day by day and all the little details that went in. Now, for me, I would say high school flew by faster than I really expected. Like it was really one day I was just walking in as a freshman orientation. And then the next day I was walking across the stage on graduation day. It happened so fast. Graduating from high school really made me realize how much I've changed, how much time has went by, how much I've learned, how much I've grown, how much my environment has changed since I walked in. And it's like, maybe walking in as a freshman, you're not thinking about graduating, like that's 4 years away, or even sophomore year. It's like, you know what? That's, 2 years away. You don't really pay too much mind and too much attention about it. But I think for me, being in high school and not really having the best experience for majority of my high school, I was forced to kind of focus only on graduating. It was like on, like, I want to say a daily basis, because maybe that's just being a little bit dramatic, but I would say on a weekly basis, it would be in my mind, just saying in my mind, like, I can't wait till I graduate. I've said it so many times, and I think that I was so focused on graduating those 3-4 years of high school. And it's like, I totally miss a lot of things in between. I think I learned a lot in high school, but I do feel like I could have been more present. I feel like I wasn't as present as I would have hoped to be, because I was always so focused on graduating, having that freedom, having that independence, but it was like at the end of the day, being in high school, you only get those years. You only experience that once. You can't go back. Even if it's hard, even if you're going through something, it's like during that time period, it's like God is trying to teach you something. And that's one thing I had to learn. It's like the things that you're going through is meant to help you, and you have to learn and be present. The only way that you can learn is to be present in that moment, whether it's good or bad. It's trying to teach you something. And if you're able to learn something out of any situation, whether it's good or bad, it's a win. I feel like it's a win either way, because you are experiencing something and you're learning so that the next time you could do things different, or you can make a better decision, or you can make a better move. Everything is just helping you to get to that final goal. But I truly believe that the only way we can get to where we want to be is if we stay focused on the now. Don't focus on the past. Don't focus on the future. Don't focus on the future too much. It's kind of hard for me to say that, because I am a person that likes to plan 5 years ahead. Like if I could, make a 10-year plan. But at the end of the day, that's not really realistic to an extent, because you don't know everything that's going to happen in your life. Like having goals is great, but also knowing that there may be things that you may never have expected to happen, just having that awareness and that knowledge. And, if I could do high school different, I don't have any regrets, but I would say if I was just more present and more in the moment and not focusing so much on graduating and that end goal, maybe I would have enjoyed high school better. Maybe maybe not. That's just the reality of it. But I do feel like I could have just been more present in that moment. And I feel like y'all thinking back at a time where, you would just focus on that end goal. It's like try to just be in that moment and just try to make the best out of that moment. I feel like if I could do that for a good 3 years, like y'all can do that, it is possible. Hustle isn't just sleepless nights and constant stress. It's an intentional action towards your goals. Shift the narrative, work hard and make it beautiful. Working all the time doesn't have to always cause you to have stress, cause you to have pimples, cause you to break out because you're stressing so bad, or cause you to always be sweating, or have you ripping and running. It doesn't, like, hustling doesn't have to be bad at all. You can make it to a way it's comfortable for you and where it's sustainable for you to keep up with. You can make it to where it's not a drag every single day, getting out the bed, like, oh, you feel like you have to do this. Oh, you have to do that. Because one thing about it, like, being able to do anything is a blessing, and it is a privilege, that not everyone has. And I think sometimes, like, we forget that, but it can also, you could also make it work for you, and it doesn't have to just be a huge stress on you. Make small wins feel big. Celebrate progress, a new skill learned, a connection made, or even the fact that you showed up is an accomplishment. The many wins build momentum. For me, I would say how this relates to me is, with this YouTube stuff, it's like I'm putting myself out there, and it's like when a video does good, like better, or let's not just say good, because I think good can just differentiate between different people. I would say if I put out a video, right, and it got like 20 views or whatever, and then I had put out a different video and it got like 50 views. It's like, be happy. I should be happy. It's 30 more people watching my videos. It's like small progress. The small wins build momentum. At the end of the day, you have to be grateful for that small progress. One step in front of the other is better than just staying where you are. Being 1% better every single day is just better than staying at that percentage every single day. Little progress is better than no progress. So you'll look back one day and you'll realize how far you've come without even looking. If every single day for like 75 days straight, you're grinding, you hustling, you only looking like forward, you only doing what you got to do. Every single day you focus on the present. You're not focused about what you did yesterday. And your biggest concern is not what you're doing tomorrow. Your biggest concern is what you're doing right now today. And if you do that, I promise you, you'll see results, because you'll look back and you won't even realize how much you've grown, how much work you put in, how much you've progressed. I promise you. Is you can create aesthetic rituals and routines. You're more likely to do things that you want to do instead of things that you feel like you have to do, or you're being pushed or forced to do them. If you can create a good routine, if your goal is for this school year to get good grades, making that schedule, planning out all your assignments, doing the things that you have to do, getting creative, or set up a cute calendar reminder, something that'll grab your attention, and that'll make you want to do those things that you need to be doing, and that essentially that you want to be doing. Finding meaning in the messy middle, the journey teaches you discipline, resilience, and creativity. Through high school, I learned a lot about myself in the midst of a lot of craziness. I learned how to express myself. I learned how to deal with certain people in the real world. You're not always going to deal with people that look like you. You're not always going to deal with people that talk the same way as you, dress the same way as you. You can't treat people any type of way. And just because you were raised a certain way doesn't mean you can't be empathetic towards other people that may not look like you or act like you. Like, you can have the knowledge and the understanding to, like, know that you're special the way you are, and other people are special the way they are. Being on top of my stuff, learning the importance of why you should get good grades and why you should put your best foot forward, because ultimately that affects your future in the long run. And I think high school really taught me that. It's like freshman year, that's when you're building the foundation. You can mess up sophomore year and be able to get that back up junior year, and because you already had a good foundation freshman year. The highest form of self-love is discipline, is showing up for yourself. It's your mind telling yourself what you need to be doing and you listening to it. Protect your energy while you grind. Hustle doesn't mean burning out. Take breaks to recharge and make sure that self-care is essentially a part of your routine. Make sure you take time for yourself. I feel like with me, I am coming to terms with that, trying to get more adapted to that, because it's like I'll be so focused on, I want to get this done. I want to do this because this is my goal, right? And I'll just keep going, keep going, keep going. And the more I keep going, it's like the less energy I have, worse my work performance will be. It's like you got to make sure you prioritize that self-care, because if you don't prioritize your self-care, you will burn out. And I don't want you to burn out. And I know you don't want yourself to burn out. I don't even want me to burn out. And I'm still learning that to this day. But making sure that you prioritize yourself at least a few times a week, if not every day, that you're giving yourself that time and that energy and that attention that your mind and body needs, truly. Visualize the end goal while living in the now. Every small step adds to the bigger picture. Like I said earlier, every little step, every little piece of progression, it gets you closer and closer to that end goal. And one day, if you're fully just focused on what you're doing every single day in that moment, you're not focused on the past, you're not focused on the future, you're going to get to where you want to be because you're focusing on what you need to get done at that time. You're not focused on the end goal. And then when you look back and be like, oh my gosh, I've come so far, you'll realize. And honestly, I feel like time goes by faster when it's like that. And I would like to close this off by saying that one day you'll look back and realize the grind was the good part, and the small details and big changes is where your story was written. So make the hustle beautiful. Whether you're seeing slow progression or fast progression, please keep going. Keep grinding, keep putting yourself out there, because eventually everything else is going to catch up to you. If you know you want a certain goal and you know you want to accomplish something, go after it, and don't let small progress defeat the end goal, or don't let small progress distract you from the end goal. If you want something, go after it. Keep going after it, even if it seems like it's not working or it's not growing on the timeline that you want it to grow, because things are going to happen when they're meant to happen. And when they happen, you're going to look back and be like, wow, I've grown so much in between. I've learned so much in the in between. And now that I've gotten this end goal, it's like it doesn't even compare to how much I've been through and to get here. I hope this episode helped one of y'all. Stay tuned for more Real Talk Wednesdays. Soon it will be a different backdrop because I am leaving to go to college this week. So stay tuned for all the content that is coming. And I love y'all so much. See y'all very soon. Bye.